Grand Rising Kings and Queens. I call you guys Kings and Queens because if you're on this channel, we put the class and class-based shooter. Me, I consider myself the king, your boy Android Centaur 5, and it has been a while, but we are finally back with another video for this great game called Payday 3. I know how controversy that sounds, especially with all the negativity I've been seeing all over YouTube right now, but you're never going to get that from us. We actually enjoy the game, the base mechanics, and the gameplay loop. With all of that being said, recently the game has had, I guess, one of the largest updates we've had in a little while, which is update number 5, where they introduced a new mechanic called Adrenaline and gave you about 7 more skill points. So we're going to apply that to all of the past builds that I've already had and show you how to apply those new 7 and get through Overkill as easily as possible. Just like all the other videos, we'll start with the loadout, then we'll jump into the skills, and then we'll do a little bit of gameplay. But I'm telling you, out of all the videos that you have seen, I think there are maybe a few creators that I'm like, yeah, I definitely agree with that. I mean, I don't know why when people see new mechanics, they immediately forget that they're supposed to be still, sticking into the realms of the build that they're supposed to pick. They just go crazy with throwing things all over the place. So we're giving you the deep dive and testing out all the builds, so you don't have to. You can just copy and paste as you go. Without further ado, let's go ahead and jump right into it. We'll go ahead and start with the loadouts. Alright, here we go. As always, with this build, not a whole lot has changed with this except for the armor, at least as far as the loadout anyway. But just in case you don't know, we're going to go through everything, and we'll go ahead and look at the attachments I put on here as well. I think that's pretty good. Yeah, so we're going to start with our trusty war, because out of all the SMGs, and I really think this is a really close range type of build to get all of the no. You don't have to necessarily be close range, but I would say mid to close, to be able to get the benefits that you really want to get off with this build. So let's go ahead and look at the war. I clicked on the colors, but only so I can show you guys. Yeah, look, I'm mostly using Joy for this, and I had to put her sticker on it. I really like how this came out. Looks pretty cool. Tell me what y'all think in the comments. But anyway, let's go ahead and go straight to this. We're going with the stubby silencer, quick pull, because we want to keep shooting as much as possible. Light frame, and then the quick grip hold. Everything has to be fast. And then yeah, we're going with the rubber grip. Like I said, these are pretty simple. You get pretty much all of these pretty early. You don't have to be a max 25 level weapon holder, but I feel like out of all of the perks that you get on this gun, this is just the best assortment of them. I know a lot of people love that extended mag, but you know that your recoil goes to crap when you put that thing on, and I want this thing to be a laser without any effort. Alright, anyway, after that, just have a theme going here. I put on the hard cough. Yes, you could just use the regular M11, but it's a medic cough. It felt good. And then of course we're going with the medic bag. If you haven't noticed this by now, there is a way big difference in the throwables, and miles ahead of all the other 3 throwables that you have on the game is the flashbang, especially when you're on Overkill. The flashbang is just so useful. You want to break, stop everyone from shooting at you, throw a flashbang, they all stand still, put their hands up. Depending on which perks you have, sometimes it lasts longer than others. Infrasonic mines, because you want to make sure objectives aren't easily accomplished, especially by the sabotage enemies that they put into the game. Adding to the enemies that they put into the game, you guys should definitely take a look at my Reddit. I know that has nothing to do with this video, but take a look at my Reddit. Please upvote that last post that I put up as far as adding K9 units into the game. I'm telling you, it's a great idea. It's another useful enemy that's not just randomly bizarre, because I mean the techie is kind of all over the place, but K9 enemies would be great. Anyway, I put on the grenade launcher specifically just because everyone is so heavy into the sniper, so you always know that there will be a sniper on your team, and you really want to have a mixture of both, especially if you're going for that Kiss the Chef challenge, which is what this build was originally around, but I've been playing since I've gotten the Kiss the Chef challenge. Oh, let me show you guys that so you know I'm not bluffing. I got the Kiss the Chef challenge, and yes, I beat this way before this update came in, so I can tell you I beat it before, which I'm gonna put up a guide for anyway, but also, you know, doing this build will make you complete no problems really quickly. It doesn't even, I mean, you want to be at least 100 so you can get the whole build, but honestly, if you follow the guide that I'm gonna put up, you don't even really have to be 100, just at least maybe, I don't know, 80. That'll be a good one for you. Around 80 and you should be able to complete no issues. Either way, we'll go back. The only thing that's really changed too dramatically in our loadout is the adaptive armor, and honestly, I don't use this armor with every build. I know I've seen purple bars everywhere, but really this only works with this build because this completely makes it so I'm not dependent on armor at all, which I always told you guys, even with the other build, armor is not the only build that you can do here. And since they've added the extra points to it, I'm gonna put up a couple new builds that I'm sure no one is talking about on YouTube at all. Stay tuned for that, because like I said, this game does have build variety. I don't know why those YouTubers are telling you that it doesn't, but I'll prove it to you. Either way, we want this build because, you know, one, it goes with the whole medic aesthetic that we got going here. We don't have any trauma. Why would we have trauma with a doc? But also, we don't have to pick up ammo, and then it's not much different from what we were using before, which was the light ballistic. We still have 2 chunks. We still have light movement penalty. It is a big drop from the 25% damage resistance to 5, but you know, with it regenning by itself, I feel like that's a good trade-off. We still have 2. Oh, well, actually, that one had. No, we weren't using that one. I think we were using. No, yeah, we were using light. All right, yeah, light. I didn't even notice that I had 3 downs built into it, but with the build that we're doing, you still have the same 3 downs anyway. And this one takes longer to regen your chunk than this one does. So at the end, it's still a win-win for your medic build. And then of course, we already said the infosonics, but you know, we should have went in order. But like I said, this is generally the medic build. Let's go ahead and jump right into the skills. Here we go with the skills. I'm going to try to go through this as quickly as possible so you can get into the gameplay and see how this is way superior to, I guess, any other medic build that you've already actually seen. So as always, a lot of this hasn't really changed. We just added on the 7 points where we were lacking at. So of course we're getting medic aced out because we need that grit and we need that 40% less damage when we're picking people up. Steady hands, of course, that's always a good perk. That extra charges, absolutely. Combat medic, code blue. Still, I don't think Trackers is just a good way to waste your skill points. I mean, you still get a heck of a lot of heals just with these 5. This would make it even better, but you know, every time I use this, I never really see much of a difference. And then of course, because they put the downs on our medic bag, we don't necessarily need field surgery anymore. Not a bad pick, but it's not necessary, and it doesn't change as dramatically as you would want it to if you're wasting a skill cap on it. After that, we're going into ammo specialist and then into scrounger because we want those endless grenades. We want to always have grenades as long as we have edge. We're skipping mower because we're using, I mean, you could use mower, but it's not necessary because this build is not about getting kills. This is about getting as many hostages and always having resources from trading, making people surrender, picking your teammates up as quickly as possible, and keeping them with that adrenaline overheal, and not using a whole lot of materials, being able to sustain on your own. So we're skipping mower and we're skipping infiltrator. We're going to tank. This is what I was saying. I saw one of the other content creators that I guess first gave the idea to the YouTube community that you can do a medic build, and I liked his first video. The second one, I don't know why he went so far off the beaten path. It was like he made the yellow brick road and then he, swan dived into the daisies that was right next to it. I don't know why he went so far off, but he should have stuck with this basic, setup that he had originally. I love the first one. The second one, I guess he just wanted to be first to put a video out. No. Either way, follow this. Tank, and then also last man standing. This is like core to your medic build. This makes it so you live all the time. You never really have to worry about going down. And even if you do going down, the perks below this one is gonna just ignore that there was ever a down at all. Clean slate. I think this is probably mandatory on every build now. Absolutely. It doesn't matter if you're doing an armor build or if you're doing a health build. You don't want to really have to rely on armor plates, and I kept trying to get people to realize that relying on a resource that disappears faster than every other resource in the game is probably not the greatest thing unless you got things to regenerate it yourself. And since you have this now, armor builds are, I would say, in a good spot. They're not like overpowered like how people say they are, but they're not as one-sided as people would say they are either. Like you don't absolutely need the armor build to be able to make it through Overkill. This is proof, and I'll show you. But yeah, clean slate, absolutely. And then to get our edge for that scrounger, we used to have enforcer aced. We recently took that off and used sharpshooter because we've noticed whenever we were trying to get those grenades back, we didn't have anyone to shoot. And this makes it so we don't have to shoot anyone and we can just get edge. Good pickup. We're skipping escapists, we're skipping demolitionists, we're putting 1 point to enforcer because we still want to get our grit, even though we have other ways to get grit on this build. This just makes it so we can get it for shooting and not have to think about it. Alright, now here's the meat and potatoes, ASIN manipulator, and then this perk, since they just added to it to make up to 3 hostages follow you when they're tied up now, is absolutely mandatory. And since we just got the new 7 points, it can fit in the build. Before, we had this one out and we just took all of the rest of them in this tree because on cookout it ain't really that many hostages, so this was not necessary at all. But now that you can make it so you can have up to 3 of them following you at a time, this should be in every medic build, no matter what. And then of course the regulars, the silver tongue, the negotiator, menacing. If you do go down, you can yell at the guy right in front of you. Stockholm syndrome will make him pick you back up. And as long as you're trading, none of your teammates are staying in custody for long periods of time. You're keeping everyone on their feet. Absolutely essential for the medic build. You're keeping everyone on their feet, and you're not making anyone have to stop what they're doing to risk picking you up. You're the only one that should be risking picking people up because you take that 40% less damage. After that, we're skipping engineer. We're not using any of that. We're not using gunslinger. We're not using gifter or hacker. Tactician wouldn't be bad, but it's not necessary. Strategist note, CQC specialist note. We're definitely going in the transporter, but only for deep pockets for obvious reasons. This was already in the game. It's not too much that we need to explain. But then we get down here. I know you guys are looking at this and like, why don't you have everything in fortitude if you're screaming health build, health build? Because look, these 3 builds only work if you have a bunch of downs. And we're not trying to go down. We don't ever want to go down. So putting these on is just like an oxymoron, unless we just made a full build with nothing but I'll go down, but I'm gonna get right back up, no problem. And that's not what we're doing. We want to stay on our feet all the time. So we actually will not be using unyielded. We won't be using, I don't even know how to pronounce that. What is that? Superphysiological? I don't know if that came out wrong. Please don't grill me in the comments. I don't know what the fuck that says. I guess that's super physiological. And that is that a real word? I'm gonna have to Google that now. Like, is that a real word? And walking tall. Yeah, we won't be using any of these. I mean, it'd be great if we had more points and we could fit them in, but these are not necessary. We're definitely going with fortitude aced because that gives us the extra down, plus our bleed out time is 50% longer, and we get that grit whenever we heal above our maximum health with that adrenaline mechanic that they added in, plus we get a base of extra 50. There's nothing bad about this. It's really good. Honestly, on your health build and on your tank build, these seem like great perks to have. Then health siphon, by far the best perk in this whole skill line. Like, not having to heal myself, and I'll just I don't even say anything about people taking med packs out of the bag anymore, because I'm like, yeah, do it. I don't care. Do it. I always have full health most of the time anyway because of my armor. And this just makes it so look, I don't have to ration it out anymore. Y'all want to go crazy and burn all the resources at the first couple minutes of the game? I'm fine with that because it's healing me too. You shouldn't do that, but I'm totally fine with that. This is literally the best perk. I feel like this should have been in the game day one. Health Siphon, amazing perk. Please put that on if you're the medic. And then, like I said, we're skipping these three because they're not important. We're definitely going with Pain. Just the extra, what is it? It doubles with any of the perks that you have up. Since we're basically going on grit, having, what is that? 20% extra grit is just undeniable. You absolutely need it. There's no debate. You absolutely want that. I mean, shucks, almost on every build you want that. I do have some builds that wouldn't necessarily need this at all, but any build that's relying on grit or edge, you want it. Absolutely. You don't really need it for rush, but grit and edge, you absolutely want this. And then of course, this is probably everyone's favorite stockpile. It's just a quality of life perk that absolutely should have probably been in the game day one. I love making the piles of resources everywhere. That shows everyone else how valuable your medic is. Like, if you got a medic and they're trading hostages and whatnot, or getting hostages, and they don't have a stack of 5 resources every time they trade something, get them off of your team. They don't care about you surviving. They just want to put on the med pack to get the adrenaline mechanic going, and they're not going to pick you up when you need it. They're going to ignore you when that cloaker is beating you to death, or that shocker is zapping you, or that tank, what's it, the dozer is stunning you into oblivion. They're not going to see any of that. They don't have the mindset of the medic. If you want to be an actual medic, a support player, this is the absolute build you need to do. Let's go ahead and jump into the gameplay so I can show you exactly how this thing works out. Oh, we're upstairs on this one. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I don't know these two. We just jumped into a random match, but it doesn't matter. Let me show you how superior this build is. Wow, unless you get a bot. Actually, no, not a bot. They literally just ran inside. Alright, so they're not using strategy, but it doesn't matter. Still, this build is still shine. This build will still shine.
I found one.
I dug up Faye's old notes from your last cook on the CrimeNet archive. Looks like we need muriatic acid, caustic soda, and hydrogen chloride.
Look, they're all using the adaptive armor too, which I really don't think is a good idea with their builds. Alright, but as you guys can see, we are on Overkill. There was a medic bag, and I used hostages, which I can't even get now because they decided to just run straight in and just kill everybody. So, good news is I can do this, which is why that perk, overbearing, is amazing. Those three are always sitting down there, and it sucks when you gotta go get them. Then they all sit down there. Teammates are special.
I see movement in the field. Get ready.
It's all good.
Cops in the house.
Right, so we're getting the hostage right now.
All right.
That guy only has two fights. No, he has 4, so
Gas it up.
I don't think he has. Oh wait, no, I don't. 1, 2, 3,
Add the
4.
hydrogen chloride. Okay.
Yeah, he doesn't have 4. Yeah, it's 6. Okay.
The SWATs are using the scaffold.
Yeah, so they don't get hostages. You definitely should have did this with a team that was higher than these two. They know point and shoot. It's all good. Hey, I'm sure they're gonna go down a couple times and we'll show that part at least.
Hostage rescue units are on site.
Oh God, no!
Check those corners. Cloakers are coming.
In order for me to get a hostage, I would have to do it unsafely. Because these two are gonna kill it if they see it move. Yep. To them, this is a good.
You're a natural. Ready for another batch? Make sure that boat doesn't burn. Let's see here. Pour in some of that muriatic acid. Keep an eye on it, but I think we're safe
There
to
you
keep
go.
cooking.
First hostage. I want to pick this guy up, but I know he's gonna shoot me as soon as I do it. Push him over here.
1 second. Those cooks would have been helpful right now. Add caustic soda and we'll go from there. Coming in through the garage.
That wasn't supposed to happen. I got one perfect there. Put the plank down here. Again. Alright, look. Here we go.
All right.
The middle of everyone. Quick pick up.
You should hook up a
No
tank
damage
with
taken.
hydrogen chloride. Nice going. You can cook that batch a little longer to increase the purity.
Got product on the
Keep an eye
stove.
on it.
Right there.
Okay. You got a breather. Jesus. Nice work.
Alright, so we're trading.
I need you to tie down civilians.
Get rid of
to give you
him.
something to bargain with.
Get rid of
I
him.
can tell this isn't your first
That
time.
was the listener. We're gonna keep one guy. Look at that beautiful
These
stacks.
notes are all over the place.
Beautiful
Is that hydrogen?
stacks.
No. Caustic soda.
Oh,
That's
he
what we
already
want.
took one. Okay. Caustic soda.
That looks right.
believe me, you guys, this is not the strategy that I was saying I use when I do this. This is just these guys running around crazy. I guess the biggest strategy is to not play with randoms doing this. It's all good.
Notes are a mess. Muriatic acid. That's next.
Muriatic.
That's what the
Please
cook
tell me they
needs.
didn't trade him. Okay, alright, he's still here. Awesome.
I'm cooperating.
Here we go.
I wish they would have boarded this window. This window is the one that's important, not the bottom of the steps.
Watch out, gang.
Like, look at that sniper.
Coming from the lumber mill. Throw in a bit of muriatic acid.
I took out Deadshot.
These notes, it's like a mad scientist wrote them. I think we're good so far.
That was downstairs.
They're on the roof. Shoot those fuckers down.
Oh wow, that guy.
I got the sniper.
With the hard call, knocking snipers off. Again, they don't care about getting hostages. You should get a hostage at the beginning of every wave, so you always have someone to trade in between waves.
Fluoride to the mix.
What they're doing right now is absolutely what you don't want to be doing,
Stay sharp.
especially not upstairs. Like,
The batch's purity will increase if you cook it a bit longer. Just don't let it burn.
man, look at all those people running over. I love it. I will say, since the update, Cook-Off has been running a lot smoother. A lot smoother. Granted, we're not that far in yet, but still. I haven't seen a clip or anything.
Escape van's over.
Alright, Escape Man's here.
There's still time to use up
They
the rest
didn't
of the
get,
ingredients. Alright, gang.
and the lights went out.
You
He
need
went to go
hydrogen
get the
chloride.
lights.
Hold up. Fuck me, that wasn't right.
I'm gonna take one of these just for the Overkill.
Caustic soda. Add it to the mix.
I'm gonna run some bags.
That's one bag.
Honestly, I'm not supposed to be doing that. Dang, why is that guy just getting here? I released him a while
That's a
ago.
good sign. Watch the front of the house, people. Coming out of the goddamn trees.
Really shouldn't do what I'm doing, but I'm gonna do that anyway.
Accurate. Muriatic acid. That's what we need.
Rhino with a gun. On
Dallas has gone down.
Put the gun down.
And I got someone to trade. I love it. Oh, okay.
Pretty sure.
No, okay, he's dead. Beautiful.
Mix in some muriatic acid. That's two.
Well, he blocked me off. That's how you feel?
All right,
When you're
gang.
doing that, you're supposed to be going out and grabbing one of
Chew
these
bubble
too.
gum.
And there's a lot of them right
Some
there.
of that muriatic acid.
Oh yeah, they're gonna start shooting at me now. Yeah, because I made
Pretty
noise.
sure that's right.
Sniper down.
Mix in some muriatic acid.
This is about to get nasty. Yeah. Now that they know I'm here, they should push me.
Accurate. Add some muriatic acid.
Yeah, they're gonna push me. Yeah. Good news is, oh, I left my hostage up there. He just randomly throws a grenade. Okay.
Stay away from the pool.
Pouring some of that muriatic acid.
Look at this. Look at this nonsense.
Does that sound right to you?
That guy didn't even get up. He was supposed to get up. Dang.
These notes are a mess. Muriatic acid. That's next. Cross your fingers.
I love that, how they all stacked up like that. You better sit down. You ain't want to get up before. Oh, wow.
This note just says acid. Must mean muriatic acid, right?
Wasting the shield.
I think. These notes are a mess. Muriatic acid. That's next. Go for it. These notes.
muriatic,
It's like a
yeah.
mad scientist wrote them. I think
You know,
we're
we're trading.
Make no mistake. We already.
Look at that. Armor and health. Realistically, you want everyone on your team to be able to take a hostage. So you have 4 every round.
We can't stay here too long. Keep up the cook. Cross-referencing the notes. Time to add some hydrogen chloride.
Alright, when that van comes back, we'll probably get those. Look at that cloaker, run it down there.
93% sure. Okay, we got a batch.
Oh, that's the first time I've actually seen them pull up.
But don't let it sit for too long.
Usually doing something.
Get ready for it.
Hold on, I'm coming in.
That's one
Yes.
batch done. Let's cook another. All right, gang. Pour in some of that muriatic acid. I'm 72% sure.
Alright, for the sake of the time in this video, I'm gonna do something that we don't really want to do.
This note just says acid. Must be muriatic acid, right?
I got the sniper.
That's muriatic acid.
Right?
For the sake of this video, because I think I feel kind of terrible about it, but I think this group actually wants to try to complete, and I just don't have the time to do that on this video, especially not, they're not using strategy at all. So, just for the sake of this video, I'm gonna go ahead and bluff up the line.
Go with hydrogen chloride. Don't wait. That can't be right. It's caustic soda. I'm positive. Shh, that sound. Is that? No, I think it's okay. The cops killed the lights. You
Oh
can't
wow,
use the lab while
so
the
that
power's
didn't
out.
do it. That's insane. Like I said, the last so much longer when you can just.
It's caustic
Actually,
soda.
I should have took one of them as a
Hang on a
hostage.
second. That can't be right. It's hydrogen chloride. I'm positive.
Good lord.
You did it.
She actually was wrong, and she gave me the wrong answer, but the wrong answer actually worked.
Don't let it burn.
I was not supposed to. I was supposed to blow the lab up with caustic soda. Alright. Alright. That's how you rescue a teammate. They don't know that. They're just kind of running around doing things. It took me like 2 seconds to pick that guy. And they left with them. Yeah, man, dude. That worked out.
You're a natural. Ready for another
Where did all of them come from?
Pour in some of that muriatic acid. The lab's running low on supplies. Vial can fly in
Oh, wow.
until things get too hot. Bring it out.
Alright, well, let's see if I can make him move up. Okay.
Joy has gone down. Go with caustic soda. Stop. That was wrong. Mix in some muriatic acid.
Because I was trading, I have to stay in custody that long.
That looks right. That looks right. The chopper's en route. Hang tight. Hoxton's gone down.
Come to Doja. Always gotta check up there because they be sitting there getting stuck. Okay,
Checking the notes.
got another.
We could have used those cooks. I think hydrogen is up.
Are you kidding me? What? I'm just throwing things in and it's right? Oh man, well, this is the hardest time I've had blowing up a lab. This is insane. This is why those are superior. Let's kidnap someone.
Those cooks would have been helpful right now. Add caustic soda and we'll go from there. I'm pretty sure that's right.
Look, I'm purposely pulling the wrong thing. It should blow up by now. Thank God.
Shit!
Good Lord.
Everyone okay? Still got your eyebrows? The lab's out of commission, and the cops are prepping to block all our escape routes by road and by air. Grab what you've got and get to the van. The van.
I didn't even have one to trade. Get him. Oh, wait, where's my...
This is your only warning.
I don't know why it wouldn't let me trade. Either way, you definitely want to be able to trade.
That's 4 bags.
Took out Deadshot.
They come out.
5 bags and
What
counting.
about, oh, they burnt that bag anyway. Yeah, so they had to restart anyway.
That's a smooth fucking operation, baby.
Exactly where you are.
We never even had to throw these. Anyway, like, share, comment, subscribe. I promise you, use this medic build, and Overkill is a cakewalk. And I actually needed that. I think I only need like 4 more completions, and I'm done with Overkill cookout anyway. Alright, till next time, GG's.